It's been just over a year since postal worker Eugene Gates Junior died while delivering mail on his usual route during a hot day in Texas. His wife, Carla Gates, says she remembers the day vividly.
Normally, around lunchtime, he would, call me or text me, and I didn't hear from him, so I didn't think nothing of it. I just knew it was hot, and if I would have called him, he would have been like, "What you calling me for? I got all of these packages I'm trying to finish." I didn't want to bother him. Time went on, and I still didn't hear from him, and I was like, it's hot. I'm not going to bother him.
Hours later, the phone rang.
Maybe 3:15, somewhere along there, 3:30. I received a call from the station manager, and I saw the USPS on the caller ID, and I was like, I said, no wonder I didn't hear from that boy. He probably lost his phone, because he'd done it before. He had left his phone or lost his phone. So I'm picking up, and it wasn't him.
It was someone from the post office where Eugene worked. They urged Carla to get to the hospital as soon as possible.
And I knew something in my gut was just telling me something just not right. So she asked me, how far we were, and I told her. And finally I asked her, I said, what actually happened? And she told me that Eugene had passed out in one of the homeowners' yard, and she administered CPR and called 911.
But by the time Carla arrived at the hospital, it was too late. Eugene was gone at 66 years old, having worked at the post office for 34 years.
My husband delivered 400 homes on a daily basis. So he was a professional, and he knew what to do. He knew what to do. So when I did come through, I knew it was heat related. My husband was the military, and being in the military, they're very disciplined, and they prepare for everything. He would have his cooler. He would have at least 8 to 10 bottles of water, because he bought water in cases.
Since then, Carla has been advocating for worker protection during extreme heat. And just recently, the Biden administration announced action.
Summer has just started. Already, tens of millions of Americans are under heat warnings from record-shattering temperatures.
The administration wants to propose a rule for employers to develop a plan to prevent heat-related injury or illness in places, like many around the country, that are experiencing unusually hot weather.
Extreme heat is the #1 weather-related killer in the United States. More people die from extreme heat than floods, hurricanes, and tornadoes combined. We can change all that. It's within our power.
The rule will go through a public comment period and may not be finalized for another year. But Carla Gates says she just hopes another family doesn't have to suffer the loss her family did.
And I would also like for a bill to be passed for any worker, not just the postal workers, but any workers that's working outside when we're in triple digits, not to work out in those type of conditions, or have their employees to redo a schedule, do some different type of schedule for them, provide them with popsicles, Gatorade, provide them whatever they need in order for them to be able to remain safe.
For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Montalbano.